Right. Good afternoon. Hope everyone's well. Don't know if there's anyone watching yet. It is time for a beer. That's a bit lively. Very lively. Let that settle down a bit. Right, wait for that one to settle down a bit. Worst pour ever, I think. There we go. So, that is an atrocious pour, but never mind. Right, so today I am drinking, at the moment anyway, Midway Session IPA from Goose Island. Don't think I've actually reviewed this one. I have drunk it quite often, but on tap, not from a can. Good afternoon, Daniel. Hope you are well. Are you drinking? What are you drinking? Once you get through all the head on this beer, it is delicious. And just 4.1%, so not too bad. Look at the flaming head that's developed. Must have been a bit shooken up, I think. Good afternoon, Kevin. Hope you're well. Are you drinking? What are you drinking? If anyone can hear a bit of weird crunching coming from down over there somewhere, so Tyrion's enjoying a rabbit ear at the moment. He's going at it with some ferocity. Not bad for a session IPA, this one. Nice bit of piney bitterness on the back end. Not too much. Very easy drinking. Good afternoon, Shark, or, well, good morning for you, I suppose. Hope you're well. What time is it over in LA at the moment? Don't suppose you're drinking yet. Oh. Very nice beer. Sounds good. Perfect for this time of year, eh? Don't think I've had that one myself. What style is it? Is it a bit of a festive ale, or is it more of a stout or a porter? I can hear Tyrion's going at his rabbit ear quite viciously now. He's tearing it to bits, but I suppose that's what it's for, isn't it? Yeah, I thought it must be a bit early over there. I was going to polish off me Ghost Ship keg, but I finished that one off last night actually. Had a family Zoom quiz. Of course, I needed a drink at the same time. I have noticed when you get about 2/3 of the way down through one of those mini kegs, it does get a bit hard to pour it out. That sounds rather delicious. I'll have to track that one down and give it a go myself. Do like a nice festive sort of ale. One of my favourites at the moment has to be, of course, Winter Hill from Lord's Brewing. Fantastic beer from, well, one of my favourite breweries. Even got my Lord's glass out for this one. We've got 6 people in. Hope everyone is having a nice afternoon. Had a bit of a lazy day. Sat around doing not very much, but it's always good, isn't it? Well, that certainly very sessionable. It's going down rather nicely. Just having a look at the old can art. It's quite nice there. I do like Goose Island. I do some fantastic beers. Absolutely brilliant beers. Every single one I've had, I've really enjoyed. And of course, now John's got his subscription service, so I think it's like 20-25 quid. You get a monthly box of beers, including some which you can't get anywhere else. I'm really enjoying this one. Not bad lacing actually for a canned beer, as you can see on the glass. I've got to say, if people all tend to agree on it, then it's got to be good, hasn't it? I discovered them obviously in the middle of last year. I think the first beer I tried was the Expedition Blonde or the Silver Pale. Both excellent beers. One of my favourite beers from Lord's is Chosen Man, New World Bitter, very good. And obviously Log Jam Smash, but I know I'm in a bit of a minority on that one. Oh, that went down nicely. So bear with me 2 seconds. I'm going to go and grab another beer. And we're back. Picked up a 4-pack of these. I think it was about £5 up at my local Asda. So, really enjoying them. They are a bit lively on the opening. I think that's more the they get jiggled about as I brought them home. Yeah, there we go. 18 finger head there. Just let that one settle off a bit, shall we? It is dying down quite nicely, so I can top it off a bit. And then straight back to a nice 18 finger head again. There we go. So I would be happy to have just a case of logjam once a month. I know it's not to everyone's taste, but what can I say? I love it. Yes, it's a bit mad, it's a bit bonkers, but I guess I'm a bit mad and a bit bonkers. There we go. Down to just 3 fingers of head now. Once you do get through the head, it is a nice, easy drinking beer, that one. I can enjoy anything like that in an afternoon. You don't want anything too heavy, do you? Not before dinner. Hi. So yeah, 4:15 here in the UK at the moment. I'll be cooking dinner later on. A nice easy meal of sausage and chips. Can't go wrong there. That'll go perfectly. I've got some brew dogs in the fridge as well. I picked up a 8-pack it was. 4 different beers, 2 of each. I think that was £10. Brewdog aren't exactly what they used to be, are they? But it's a nice easy drinker, you can't go wrong. Do excuse any noise from outside. I think there's a truck going down the road, but there we go. So, how is everyone on this rather miserable, wet Sunday afternoon? Where are you all? Have you all had snow? We haven't had any down here yet. I know John's had some up in Huddersfield, and JB has as well up north. All we've had is rain, rain, and a bit more rain. Yeah, I've got to say, that did make me laugh, those pictures. I'm sure you're making a lot of people over here jealous, Fair Shark. And for me, 10 degrees is about my comfortable temperature. Can't stand heat, warmth, sunlight. Should have been a vampire, I guess. I've got 4 people in at the moment. Not quite my highest view, but that's okay. It's just sitting down, having a beer with a couple of mates. Excuse me. Don't worry, it's not the dreaded sea. Just cutting down on smoking takes its toll a little bit. I expect that'll be a rather welcome relief. Now, over there, you can get the old wildfire every so often, can't you? So a bit of rain is always good. Of course, here, all we get is rain. I was going to go for a cycle yesterday morning, but because the weather was so atrocious, but no, thought better of that. Cannot stand cycling in the rain. Oh, we've got a visitor come in. Tyrion's decided to come and join me. He will not be making an appearance at the moment because he's still covered in mud from his walk. Good afternoon, Paul. Doing well here. How are you? Are you drinking? What are you drinking? Anyone that's just joined, I'm on the Midway Session IPA from Goose Island. Nice easy drinker. Haven't reviewed it, I don't think. Have drank it many a time. Got a pub in Taunton called Mambo, and they did have Midway on tap, which was rather nice, except it's one of those pubs where they like to have some decent beer, but they don't know how to look after it. I think there's quite a few of those. Having an ice cold pint of IPA, not quite right, is it? And I know they used to have some, I think it was Salcombe beers from down in East Devon. And we always used to put the bottles in the fridge. And I even said to one of the barmen one day, "You're ruining the flavour of the beer. You're killing the hop off." And he had no idea what I was talking about. Good to hear, Paul. You're on the Bandon car. What a fantastic porter that is. I really enjoyed that one, got to say. It's a nice, quite an easy drinker for a porter, isn't it? I tend to do a bit of road cycling mainly. I'm trying to lose weight, and whilst doing it, build up some stamina, because I do want to do a bit of mountain biking and so on. I used to do it years ago when I was much younger, that and skating. So one day, when I'm not quite as unhealthy as I am now, I'll be back up and down the hills. Luckily, I'm literally a couple of miles from the Quantocks here. Nice, beautiful area of the country. Big hills, lots of good track. You can get some good riding in there, but need to up my fitness level a bit first. Which is why I'm trying to cut back on the smoking as well. That's going to take a bit more time, and maybe a few dead bodies around the town, but not that I've got a short temper or anything. Best hangover cure, 20-mile cycle. So, like I said, hope everyone's doing well at the moment. I'm on a weekend off at the moment, so I did practically nothing yesterday. Obviously watched Paul's LOL pub as always, and then had a family Zoom quiz yesterday evening. I practically finished off my Ghost Ship keg. There's a tiny bit in there. I can't get it out the bottom. Might have to pull out the top and try and pour from the top of the barrel there, but we'll see. No, I hadn't until recently. About, I don't know, 12 years ago, I did do quite a bit of cycling. When I lived in Bridgewater, I used to cycle to my dad's house, which was 20 miles from there. But then I fell out of it, really, not literally. But then I thought, I think it was about September time, got a new bike. Thought, no, gonna get back into it. And I've been doing 10 miles a week plus cycling to and from work, so another 4 or 5 miles a day as well. And I've really been enjoying it. That's the end goal, of course. I think one of the hardest things to be regretting, if you like, will be my after Christmas dinner cigar, because I always enjoy that one. But just taking it one step at a time at the moment. I've gone from about 40 a day down to about 20 now. We're getting there, slowly but surely. I think the hardest thing for me is I still enjoy smoking. It's not just the addiction side, nicotine and that. Especially when I'm having a drink, I do like having a fag. So I have got a car. Unfortunately, she died in March last year. I think it might be head gasket. One day I'll get it looked at, but as you know, I work just a 20-minute walk away. It's not high on my list of priorities at the moment. So, and if I can bring her back to life, then I will do. She might be terminal. That's not going to worry too much at the moment. She's a 15-year-old Saxo, so I do tend to cycle a lot anyway now. So I enjoy cycling now, especially going out for the long haul, 20 miles or even just a 10-mile round the villages and back. That's still nice and enjoyable as long as the weather's okay. So, what's everyone been up to this weekend? Hope you've all had a fairly alright weekend, as much as it can be when you can't really do anything, of course. Apart from taking the dogs for a walk and going to work, I've been sat around doing pretty much nothing. It does become tiresome after a while, of course, doesn't it? Exactly, Shirt. Put the calories in and then work them straight out again. Oh, and there we go. Yet another atrocious pour. Exactly, Kevin. There's nothing really we can do, is there? Working and food shopping. Yep, same here. Well, first thing, hi Paul. Breweries I'm particularly keeping an eye on. I think, obviously, my favourite brewery, Lords. As John said, he's got some fantastic things coming up. I've got a mixed case coming from No Heroes should be here tomorrow, hopefully, based on your recommendation. So I'll be interested to see those. And my local brewery, Quantock, they've got a series they're doing where each month they're focusing on one hop, and they're bringing out a beer each month based on whichever hop it is that they've got for that month. I'll be looking forward to that. I think they've got some other things coming up. They did a late night breakfast stout, which is a barrel aged stout last year. I'm going to try and grab a bottle of that, see what that's like. I think it was 9%. It's a 660ml bottle for £11.50, so we're looking forward to that one and everything else that they bring out over the next year. What about you, Paul? What breweries are you particularly keeping an eye on this year? I think we've all been doing that, haven't we, Shark? And as one of my newer hobbies, it's been very enjoyable. Kevin saying hello to Paul there. Certainly enjoying this Midway at the moment. Yeah, I've got one can left in the fridge. I'm going to keep that aside because, like I say, I've got a feeling I haven't actually reviewed this. So I might do that one tomorrow, along with the box from No Heroes, as long as it does arrive tomorrow. I've got all my reviews already scheduled up until first week of February, I think it is. So I don't need to work too hard, which is good. Yeah, I think I'd agree with you there, Paul. Lords, obviously, Loch Lomond, they've brought out some fantastic beers this last year. And of course, we've been able to get most of them from Lidl at fantastic prices as well. When you consider the price point, they have to be absolutely stunning beers, don't they? It's unbelievable that they've managed to get a beer on the shelf for that price but tastes that good. Particularly Brave Hop, the Brave Hop Dark, and Zoom Time I've really enjoyed as well. Arbor I haven't had anything by yet. I think they're in Bristol, aren't they? So they're actually quite local to me. So I will have to get some. I've not had a lot of American beers. Obviously, Brian the Beer Snob, friend of the channel, has sent me, he did send me last year a case of 9 different beers, which I did review. Obviously, you can get things like your Sierra Nevada over here and whatnot. I know it's a bit of sacrilege, but I wasn't a massive fan of Sierra Nevada. It was quite nice, but just not to my taste. And of course, you know, it's subjective. We can only say what we like and what we don't like. I think the best of the ones I received from Brian has to be the bear with me. So I've still got the cans. Gotta find it, yeah. Wrong box. There we go. That one was delicious. Rogue Hazelnut Brown Nectar. And the other one, if I can find that one. Gotta be that one. No, I can't find it, but the Syntax peanut butter stout, that was delicious. I've not actually had a massive amount of beers from Wales. Obviously there's the standard Brains, because you can get that in most pubs in Bristol. I am trying to widen out the different ones I've had. I've had a few Tiny Rebels recently. One thing I wasn't overly fond of, and the review's coming in a few weeks, was Electric Boogaloo. It was nice. It was just far too juicy. It wasn't enough of a beer for me. I will be doing a few more. I don't drink an awful lot of cider. Shane's more into the cider than I am, and I have invited him to come on and do some reviews with me, but he's got no interest in that. But I will be doing a couple probably around springtime, because as soon as the weather starts warming up, I do like a nice cider occasionally. Good afternoon, Phil. I would say fill my gin, but no, fill my beer. Hope you're well. You drinking? What are you drinking? If indeed you are at all. Yeah, I do like a nice cider. I know it's not the done thing amongst some beer reviewers, but I like cider. But it has to be good cider. I can't stand all the fizzy yellow rubbish. You know, nice still cider, room temperature, bit of sediment in there, way it should be. Oh, thank you, Shark. I have got planned ahead. I've got a notepad and a pen, just in case anyone does recommend anything. I will make a note of that. Bear with me 1 second whilst I just jot that down. Amber Adder, haven't had that in ages. Delicious. Shark saying hello to Phil, and Phil saying hello to Shark. Oh, back up to 7 watching now, so hope everyone is all right out there. Hallett's. I don't think I've tried anything from Hallett's cider. Do they do a nice range? I like a medium myself. Shane prefers a dry, but hello, Jim. Absolutely fantastic beer. I didn't enjoy it so much from the bottle. I think Paul's the same. From a can, it was delicious. And in that mini keg, fantastic. But only after I'd vented it for a bit longer. That first pour tasted a bit skunky. And like I said on the video, probably just a bit of carbon dioxide saturation. You know, my own fault. Hold my hands up to that one. Oh, Miss Phil, sorry that. Yeah, I tell you what, Phil, absolutely amazing on keg. But don't make the mistake I made. Vent it, then leave it for a bit, go and do some washing up or watch one of my beer reviews, then come back to it, because it does develop that flavour. That's good to know, Kevin. I will check them out. And the other one was Tudor Brewery, wasn't it? I'll write that one down as well. It's always good to get recommendations. Oh, it says on the keg, if I can find it. You have to bear with me because I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see too much. I think it was 4, yeah. Enjoy your mini keg within 4 days. I mean, for me, it only lasted 2 anyway. So, I mean, 5 pints on Friday and 5 pints last night. Well, almost 5. There is about half a pint still in there, which I need to try and get out. But as I was pouring it last night, it was coming out as a tiny dribble. But I'll get that out of there. By hook or by crook, I'll get it all out. I do not waste beer, except for one beer I've had, which was from Black Sheep. I was on Brian the Beer Snob's live stream a month and a half ago, and I had the chocolate orange stout from Black Sheep. Couldn't finish it. It was absolutely disgusting. So that became a drain pour beer. Thanks, Kevin. I've noted that one down. I'll be having a look at that and seeing if I can get hold of any to review. Oh, keep those recommendations coming. I always like to try and find new things. It's a shame down here in Taunton we don't have any beer shops. Our Morrison's range is atrocious, so it's hard to get hold of new beers to try without going online, of course, which I've managed to pick up quite a few good beers online, thankfully. On the keg, it is 4.5%. So I think it's exactly the same as the can, but it does taste so much better. It's not quite pub quality, but it's as close as you can get without investing in a sub or a perfect draft or anything like that. And obviously, at the moment, not on any of the beer machines, but I enjoy that keg. I do like that one. It's not as good as some of the Weiss beer you can pick up, but at that price, are you expecting the best Weiss beer in the world? No, you're not. But it's a very drinkable, very passable Weizen. I think I have reviewed that one. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. I found it quite nice. I'm just hoping they don't do what has happened with the Pilsners, Rheinbacher at Aldi, and apparently now Perlenbacher at Lidl. Changed the recipe and gone downhill. So it's all a money thing, of course. Maybe Lidl are saving a bit of money on the cost of the Perlenbacher, and they might be able to bring in some even better beers when they have their next beer festival. It definitely is, isn't it? Can't go wrong with it. And Phil saying hello to Paul there. Very drinkable, very sessionable. So I've really enjoyed the Midway. Not as good as it is on tap, obviously, but still nice, easy drinking, sessionable beer. So, any good recommendations for me to try? Anything you want to see me try? You know, I've got 4 different beers coming in from No Heroes tomorrow, hopefully. Looking forward to those ones. Yep, 4.5%. Nice, sessionable, easy drinker, isn't it? Paul saying hello there to Phil. Working and watching at the same time. More hands than me. Absolutely lovely drop, that one. Now, what I might do is attempt to get the last of that Ghost Ship out of the keg in a second. So you may see me spectacularly fail. But I'm not willing to waste the last half pint or so. Multitasking better than I ever can, that's for sure. Right, so let's see if I can get the very last drop out of this keg. Turn that to 1. I have found, even tilted back, you pull the tap out, it can start spurting out straight away. So turn the tap. Well, we've got some coming out. Like I say, there is absolutely no chance I'm wasting any of that delicious beer. Tilt it back a bit. Try and get the very last drop out. Has lost most of its carbonation there, but that doesn't bother me at all. Well, I've got a full glass out. And there's even a tiny drop left in. So you've got a third of a finger of head now. I think that's to be expected when you come to the end of a mini keg such as this, isn't it? Now it does say on the keg to recycle it. So I think what I'm going to do is get the pliers out and put out all the plastic bits. I will chuck it in the recycling box when the bin men come on Wednesday. I'll see if they do take it, and I'll be sure to let everyone know. Oh yeah, that carbonation is gone now. Still tastes good, it's just not as good as it was. No, never waste beer. Unless it's an atrocious, terrible beer. Right, so, as you can see, absolutely no carbonation there. So it's gone from being a nice, quite carbonated citrus pale to a, well, reminds me of an old school golden beer. Nothing wrong with that. I love a traditional ale. Nice to have you in, Shark. Luckily, I don't need to do that at the moment. Tyrion is fast asleep now after eating his rabbits here. Shane took him for a walk earlier, so lets me off the hook for one day at least. And Phil saying goodbye to Shark as well. Always good to have Shark in. Even if it is about 8 o'clock in the morning over there. Ooh. Oh, it's got a bit of a tang to it now. Almost a metallic taste. But I think that is just sitting in the keg after venting it. And I think I forgot to close the vent off last night, but that's my own fault. It's one of those things. My first attempt at one of those mini kegs, so I think it's gone okay so far. I will try and pick up different mini kegs and, well, hopefully do a much better review of it. Still tasty though. All it's lost really is the fizz. Which, if you like a traditional style beer like I do, that's not the worst thing in the world, is it? So, I'm going to enjoy this one. I think there's just a tiny dribble left. Let's see if we can't get the last of that out, can we? Right. So, cannot waste beer. It's only just coming out. See if I can show you. It's literally pouring just a tiny dribble now. There we go. I think we're going to top it up to a full glass again. There's more in there than I thought. Hey. Yeah, I was absolutely fine this morning. I know I started quite light yesterday, didn't I? I had one black lager and then just some Dead Pony Club. But so had about 3-4 pints of the Ghost Ship. And I haven't had my cycle today, or even my litre of orange juice, or any of the other hangover remedies. Didn't need them today. Bacon butty and some roast beef. There you go, Phil. Now, of course, what did you have the bacon in? Was it just a sandwich, or did you have it in a roll, a bap, a barm kick, a tea kick, or any of the other different variations? Okay. I think I've almost got everything I can out of this keg. See if I can't get that last drop out. It feels very light, so there can only be a tiny dribble left, I think. Well, it's running very thin now. There we go. I think that is pretty much it. So it's not done too bad. I'm going to try and take off all those plastic bits. and I'll chuck it in me can recycling and see if it goes or not. Okay, if you think I'm laughing at nothing, yep, it's a bloody roll pool. But I do think it's a bap if you put something hot in it, like bacon, sausages, whatever. It's a roll if it's cold. But I've none of these weird northern trying to think of a word that isn't going to be too offensive. We'll just leave it at that, I think. So, what's everyone having for dinner? Or tea? See, I go with neither on that one. It's not a butty or a sandwich, it's a sarnie. Always a sarnie down in the southwest. Unless it's chips. It's a chip butty. We won't reignite that debate from yesterday, I don't think. Well, it was mildly hilarious. Yep, sarnie. It's got to be a sarnie. Well, like I say, we do call chips a chip butty, not a chip sarnie. You can have a cheese sarnie or a crisp sarnie. Low. Now, come on, Phil. We're not stealing Paul's name for his pub. That's something I do need to think of. I know. Sunday afternoon with the beer dog. It's a bit pompous and middle class. What should I call my irregular lives? Any suggestions? So long as they're clean. Certainly a nice drop there. Oh, the chat's dried up a bit there. Hope you've all got your thinking caps on. Because if I had a pub shed, I'd call it the old beer dog. Or does Sunday afternoon with the beer dog work well and not sound too pompous and middle class? Maybe. Don't know if I ever got to the point where I could get monetized, which I'm just a small channel. I don't think that's going to happen. Don't know how YouTube would react to that one, of course. I mean, it's fine for now. Oops, just clicked it again. Sorry. Flashing things up and down on the screen. We're down to 6 people watching, so like and share. Well, I'm sure that's a thing you're supposed to do, isn't it? Or with my usual ending to videos, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down there. Ooh, now that is a very good question, Jim. Just in terms of best beer, I could go on two. One would be, I know you're all expecting me to say it, Log Jam. The other would be Fuller's Vintage. But beer and where I am at the time, Bloodstock Ale and that's made by Witchwood, or it was. It was only released 1 year at the festival, but it's a fantastic beer. However, there is a caveat. I do think it's Hobgoblin IPA, and they just rebranded it for the festival. And the reason I enjoyed it so much, it's the setting. You know, I was at a festival with my best friend, watching some of the best metal bands in the world. So for me, Bloodstock Ale, which I do think is Hobgoblin IPA, has to be the best beer ever. So I'll throw that question out to everyone else in the comments. Thank you very much for dropping in, Paul, and see you very soon, hopefully. I don't know if I am allowed to say. It might be a bit risky. However, if I drop a clue and then people happen to pick up on that, well, that's not my fault, is it? So if I said that this is the colour of mask that I wear when I'm at work during the situation, that might give you a clue. So I'm not going to mention the name because that particular company doesn't have the best reputation in terms of craft beer, which is another big clue, I would say. Been doing my job for 14 years now, ever since I left college, in fact. I did 4 years of college, so I've got a few A-levels. Bit of noise outside there. Hopefully you can't hear it on screen. Yeah, it can be fairly obvious, I think. So, almost finished this one off. Yeah, that carbonation's gone completely. You can't bring any head back there, can you? Look at that. Still, delicious beer. So, if you haven't ever had a Ghost Ship mini keg, I think you'd do well to pick one up at some point. It really is fantastic. Just remember to close the vent off when you finish drinking, not like I did last night, because you end up with a rather flat, traditional golden beer with a bit of citrus flavour in it, rather than a nice citrus pale. Dave's Corner Shop. Yeah, that's the one. Hello, Goldrake. How are you doing? I hope you're well today. Are you drinking? What are you drinking? I think you probably all guessed which of the big four it is that I work in. So if you haven't, I'll leave you to ponder that for a second. I'm going to go and grab a beer. So the real question is, which beer do I get? Let's have a look and see what I've got in the fridge. I'll be back in 2. Right, I've picked up 3 to be going on with. Like I said earlier, I picked up a pack of Brewdog. So 8 beers, 4 varieties, 2 of each. Not the best beers in the world, but okay as an easy drinker. So I've got a can of Dead Pony Club, a can of Hazy Jane, and a can of Punk. So I'm going to start with the Punk. Ease myself into the horror of Brewdog. I know they're not horrendous, just not as good as they used to be. That's a bit better than my midway pour, that's for sure. Still a bit overheaded. I mean, look at that. Never used to be that clear, did it? It's just not what it used to be. I did buy my dad a bottle of Punk years ago when it first came out, and he's still got it sat in his kitchen. So one day, I think I have to see what that's like. Ooh. Never had it. Sounds fantastic. I love a stout. I think that's no surprise to anyone now, of course. And I don't think I've ever had Young's Oatmeal Stout. It's Wandsworth Brewery, the brewery which is in an old prison. I think it might be, isn't it? I might be wrong, of course. It's another case of as an independent brewery being bought out, of course. We know it happens all the time. You always hope that they're never going to change the beer once it's been bought out. Beavertown is a prime example, of course. Their beers were absolutely fantastic. Of course, Heineken haven't exactly bought them out. They have just got a controlling stake, but they're not quite the same as they used to be, are they? They're still nice, don't get me wrong, but not quite where they were. It's a shame, but I suppose it's a factor of business, isn't it? It's got to happen eventually to some. I did hear an interesting, well, it might be interesting, I don't know. It was interesting to me, an interesting fact that Britain has the most breweries per capita than any other country in the world. That includes Germany and Belgium, which is interesting. Ooh, lovely. I still haven't had ESB, despite the fact that so many people have been on to me. I will do. I'm actually planning to pick it up this week. Of course, I've got a little backlog of reviews, so my review for it won't be out for a few weeks, but I am going to pick it up and give it a go. I've had a few different Fullers recently. The London Porter was absolutely fantastic. And the Honeydew, I really enjoyed that. Not normally my sort of beer, but I found it rather enjoyable. So I will grab a bottle of ESB in the next week or so. So expect a review of it soon. Yeah. I know Fuller's aren't owned privately anymore, but their core range, by all accounts, has been fantastic. Do need to make a note to remind myself. So I grab a pad and a pen, so every time you guys all recommend me a beer, I can make a note of it. Oh, that's definitely my type of beer then. Yeah, London Pride is a classic traditional ale, isn't it? I haven't actually reviewed that, I don't think. I've drank it many times. So what I might do is film a Sunday special. So in a couple of weeks, you might have a Sunday special instead of a Sunday afternoon with me. And we'll review the two together. I'll review London Pride and then I'll have a look at ESB and see what they're like. I haven't had London Pride for a long time, actually. So it'll be a nice one for me to pick up. I always know whenever I go to London, I'm nearly at the bus station in Victoria when I pass the London Pride Brewery. I think to myself, oh, less than half an hour now. I've got to say, I am actually enjoying having a punk. I haven't had it for a little bit. It's okay. Couldn't agree more, Jim. Yeah, when the man with the penny says you're putting too many hops in that beer, that's when the beers go downhill. And got to remember, the whole character of the beer is carried in the malt and the hops. You get so much flavour from the yeast, obviously, but without those fantastic hops, what are you going to end up with? Probably a can of that, or worse. Oh, not to worry too much, Phil. We've just been doing our usual, having a chat about, well, as we do, a bit of a beer chat. So just talking about Fullers for a minute. So here's a question for all of you guys. What is your favourite brewery and what's your favourite beer from that brewery? So my favourite brewery is, I think we all know by now, Lord's. My favourite beer, obviously Log Jam. So I'm going to skip over Log Jam and say my second favourite beer from Lord's is the Chosen Man Bitter. What do you guys all think of your favourite brewery and your favourite beer from them? There's something for you. See how many people agree with each other. De Merlin is good, obviously. You can't beat a nice Belgian beer, can you? I've not had Rook and Vuur. I will do at some point. I'm determined to. Hello, Lisa. Nice to see you there. Oh, God. Nobody wants to see me on a big screen. But nice to have you here. Are you drinking? If you are, what are you drinking? Ah, Dutch, is it? Okay. Ignore me then. Right, well, I'm going to make a note on my pad, and I should have guessed that it was Dutch and not Belgian from the spelling of a brewery, but gotta say, metalheads love beer, don't they? I know I do. Well, I suppose I'm a bit of a goth in a metalhead's body. A smoked stout. Now that does sound good. I'm gonna make a note of that one. I will track that down, give it a little review. Obviously, I'm sure you all know I love stout. So, if I can find it, I will review it for you. A little star next to that one, because that's going to be my main searching, I guess. As long as you enjoy what you do drink, that's the main thing. Shane doesn't drink beer, he likes cider. As long as he enjoys it, that's the main thing. I enjoy beer, I enjoy cider, I enjoy gin and whiskey. That'll be my main trouble, I would guess, because we don't have any bottle shops in Taunton. I'll have to have a look online, see if I can track it down. Probably going to be on something like Beer Hunter or Beers of Europe. I can hope, at least. So, I think what I might do is pour another beer in a minute. Almost finished this punk. It's not what it used to be. We all know that. You can still get through it. So, anybody else? I won't give up looking. I will keep trying to find it. I'll give it a go when I can find it. Old Young's Ale. Not had anything from Young's for a very, very long time. And again, that's the same old story, isn't it? As soon as a larger company buys them out, it can go one of two ways. Either they keep bringing out good beers, or the flavors changed, the aroma's gone, It's the same old story, isn't it? I know what you're saying there, Lisa. Oh, Skinny Brand's Lager. Don't think I've. Well, I don't think I've had any low-calorie anything, to be fair. A skinny cider. Actually, saying that, your best bet is a really dry cider, because all the sugar has been eaten up by the yeast. I'm not a big fan of dry cider, I have to say. Always gives me a furry tongue. But 89 calories. That's not too bad, is it? Well, I'm going to pop that down on my list of things to try. And if Simo likes it, it's got to be okay. Yeah. It's got fantastic taste in beer. Yeah, I can drink a dry cider, but I can only have one. Where's the fun in that? I like mediums. We can go to a medium dry, but I can always go down to a sweet. Sweets are nice. One of our local cider mills here in Taunton, which is Sheppey's, I'm sure many have heard of it, do a fantastic sweet cider, but still and delicious. Right, we have, waiting in the wings, a special guest. And add to stream. Hello, Paul.
How we doing? You all right?
All right.
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. How we all doing?
Yeah, everyone's hopefully okay.
What are we drinking? I've lost track, Chris. What are you drinking at the moment?
I'm currently finishing off a punk.
Oh, nice.
I finally managed to get most of that keg empty. Don't think I'll get the last out.
Yeah, you have to sit there, don't you, for ages, just like tipping it into the glass. It's a bit of a job, isn't it?
I mean, I could try and rip out the top and pour it out, but
desperation, put the old tin opener to it. It's like, come on.
even I'm not that violent.
I'm on a Cornish brew. I'm from a Celtic brewery, and it's called Beheaded Strong Ale. Just a subtle 7.5% ABV. This one. So,
nice. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, award-winning real ale. I think these guys are from Redruth. Yeah, Redruth down in Cornwall. So I had their Reaper beer when I was down in Cornwall a few months back, and it was lovely. So looking forward to this one. But there she is, red as you like.
I'm going on to my least favourite beers, unfortunately, but
the punk
all I've got in the fridge.
Oh, the Hazy Jane.
Yeah,
I had that one for ages. Someone was asking me about that one yesterday, and I was just
it's
like,
not what it used to be, is it?
No, but I think that's the kind of the case with Brewdog in general, isn't it? Really,
all the way.
Unfortunately, but what can you do? What can you do?
It's all right as an easy drinker. Just hasn't got any flavour anymore, is it?
No, it's just bang average, isn't it? It's a bang average IPA, and you think you can get Life and Death from Vocation for the same price, and Jaipur from Thornbridge. It's not really worth buying for me personally. I don't think.
And Well, I think Jim puts it perfectly here with Punk at least. Junk IPA.
Chunk IPA. Yeah, that's about
It
right.
used to be so good, didn't it?
When I first had it, yeah, it blew me away. That along with I kind of said this before, Chunk IPA and Blue Moon were the two beers that basically stopped me from just constantly drinking lager.
Yeah.
So it's always going to have a special place there, but it's just not what it was. But everyone's doing it, though, aren't they? All the breweries are doing it, deteriorating the quality of the beer and flogging it to you for the same price. It's not right. But there you go.
Don't even get me started on the discount stores, Pilsners.
Oh God, mate, no. Rheinbacher. That was my go-to. That was my go-to lager.
$2.99 for 4 cans. You couldn't go wrong, could you?
Nah, definitely not. That was my go-to beer for a good solid 2-3 years. I always had it in the fridge, and then picked it up a few months back, whatever it was, and I was just like, "What have they done?" I've changed the design, and then the next batch I bought, I thought, "Well, they've changed the recipe now." So it's Mickey take, really is. What can you do? What can you do?
I won't be. I'm hoping that by cutting down on the cost of their own brands, means they can get better other brands in.
Well, I hope so. Like I say, if they're cutting back in one side, surely that then gives them extra room to invest in other ways. You know,
get some more Loch Lomond in.
Yeah. I'd say if Lidl have done it with Perlenbacher as well. That's what I'm hearing. That again, that's awful. You know, what are they playing at? But if they're going to continue, if Lidl are going to continue with their beer festivals, I don't mind so much. But I don't know what Audi are thinking, because Audi haven't bothered.
No,
well, Audi had a shocking year last year for me.
All they had was the lowest level of Williams Brothers for the whole year.
Yeah, I've got a generally bad opinion of Williams Brothers based on, because the only stuff I've had is the stuff I picked up in Audi or Lidl. I don't think their beers are particularly good, but it might be a really unfair assessment because I haven't ordered anything directly from them. But the stuff that Audi are putting in is garbage, so it's not worth it.
I think the worst one for me was Ghost Dance.
Oh God, yeah, I had that one
as a Chinook Pale.
That's the one. Yeah,
it's a can of best.
Yeah, it was awful, wasn't it? It was absolutely awful.
Yeah, if they labelled it as a best bitter, I could have gone, yeah, that's all right. But it's not an IPA.
There was no accountability on the can either, was there? Didn't tell you who brewed it, where it was brewed, nothing. There was like no information on the can. They knew it was bad.
Yeah. Nobody wanted to own up to that one. I'm going to crack through some of these. Goldrake says hi to you.
Goldrake, hello mate. How you doing, buddy?
And hello, Ashley. How are you? Over in America.
Yeah, God. How they getting on over there?
Oh, mad. 7. God, you're having a busy night today, aren't you, Lisa?
Oh, yes, of course she is. Yeah, Lee's going live at 7.
Punk is very average. Well, that's putting it mildly, isn't it?
Yeah. No, that's the fair assessment. But because it's got Brewdog all over it, people assume that it's good. And it's not the case.
I just picked up this case of 8 because it was cheap. You know.
How much was a case of 8?
Case of 8, 10 quid. It's got 2 Dead Pony Club.
Right.
2 Hazy Jane, 2 Punk, and worst of all, 2 Pale.
Oh dear.
I'm going to save till last because hopefully my taste buds will be dead by then.
Yeah, because I just wouldn't spend the money on Brewdog beers. It's that they do 1 or 2 the £3 section that have come out in the last couple of years. their collabs have been quite good. The Roaster Coaster with
Roaster Coaster, definitely.
with Evil Twin, that was a very good beer. And the New England IPA they did with was it Cloudwater? They did it with that's in Tesco. That was good as well.
Yeah,
that was a decent beer. And they did one with I did one with Northern Monk that went in Morrison's, and that was a good IPA too. But their own
Layer Cake. I didn't think I would like Layer Cake, but I really enjoyed it.
I really liked the aroma of Layer Cake, but it just didn't follow through in the flavour for me. But it wasn't terrible. Their Jet Black Heart's still good. That's still a good stout.
Right. So we got up to Duff. So Jim says Western cider always rock his boat.
I quite like a Western cider.
Westerns.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't drink much of it. I don't drink much cider, but Westerns is quite good.
Yeah. I try to avoid Westerns too much because they're not from Somerset, and someone cider's only cider if it's from Somerset.
A bit of old Scrumpy. Where's Scrumpy from? Is Scrumpy Somerset?
Yeah, proper Somerset cider.
Proper Somerset Scrumpy. Yeah, I've had that in the past. I was very, very ill on Scrumpy when I was young, many years ago, down in Somerset.
I can get away with not drinking Somerset cider because I'm from Devon.
There you go. But yeah, I do like a bit of Scrumpy. You've got to have a bit of proper cider when you go down the West Country. Got to be done.
Being diplomatic on the
BrewDog.
Very average.
You can't be too brutal, can you? You can't be too brutal. It looks like you're trying to be controversial, but you know, you can only be honest, can't you?
All the time. That's my trouble.
You just got to be honest. You got to tell it like it is. I think BrewDog have got such a massive name, but their poor quality beer is hiding behind that name now for me. Yeah. Their core range is poor now, apart from maybe Jet Black.
Oh, of course, Ashley's over in America, isn't she?
Is that the inauguration date?
That's the day.
Hopefully it doesn't kick off. But there'll be idiots that will try and ruin it, though, won't there?
Always. And Goldrick, BrewDog, very hit and miss. Yeah. I think that's the most polite way of putting it, isn't it?
I think so. I wouldn't say BrewDog's beers are exactly drain pools, but they're just not. They're not
can
good
drink
enough.
them, but
yeah, they're just not good enough for me to be in the conversation of top craft brewery anymore. I just think they've lost that. They've lost that title for me. I think they've been firmly overtaken and left behind by a lot of other breweries.
And even some breweries that have been bought out are getting better than they are now.
Oh yeah. BrewDog. I'd go as far as to say they're like an entry level brewery nowadays.
Oh yeah.
You can pretty much every other brewery nowadays beer that I pick up is as good and better. You know, you have to be hard pressed to find a brewery that's
regional.
Sorry.
You might as well just call them a regional brewery now.
Yeah. Let's say rather than going down to the supermarket and buying BrewDog, you'd be better off spending your money at a local brewery or something, you know?
Yeah. Definitely. This year, Quantock Brewery is where I'm spending my money.
Quantock Brewery. Are they local to you?
4.5 miles.
That's not too bad, is it?
Yeah.
That's not too
and
bad.
Free delivery for local.
Oh, nice. Even better. Even better.
They do a special series. Each month is a different hop. So they're doing a beer which has just that one. It's a single hop beer for each month.
Oh, nice. Nice. I do like a single hop beer, especially if it's Citra.
Oh, I love a Citra hop.
Anything with Citra in it, I'm all over that. Ooh, very boozy.
Anything New World is always going to be a good hop.
Yeah, it seems to be the case. All these American hops that have sort of come in, taking over the industry. There are some really good flavours coming through on them.
Quite enjoy the New Zealand hops as well, though.
Yeah, beer's busy with New Zealand hops, isn't there?
Hmm.
What's your opinion on Sabro? You a fan or not so much?
I like the Sabro hop, but you can only have a couple. It's got that tang to it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just that. It's for me. It's tangerine. It's definite tangerine and coconut.
Oh, yeah.
I get, as opposed to like orange or citrus. It's like tangerine and coconut.
Real sweetness in there.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't getting on with it at all, but I think it's quite good. I think it's not too bad.
I like it. Ashley says, "Yep, 20th of Jan, inauguration day."
Oof. I think there'll be a lot of cameras on that one, won't there?
I'll be watching the news that day.
It's going to be a dodgy one. When's the 20th? That's this week, isn't it?
Yeah, it's coming up now. What are we? 17th now.
Blimey.
18th.
A Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wow. Yeah.
Got what from Lidl? Hold on. Oh, Golden Track Belgian. Yeah, that's part of the that 6-pack, wasn't it?
Yeah, the exclusive Belgian box. What a deal that was.
Bloody fantastic.
Was it 12 quid? 12 quid for 6 Belgian beers. And the lowest ABV one was what, 8.5? So you got your money's worth.
I drank 3 the night I did my Log Jam Smash live review. I then went on Spice and Easy's live and drank 3 of them.
Oh, blimey. I bet you felt that.
Well, there's a point where I'm talking, then my screen goes black and I don't come back.
I think I did the same. I did the same one night. I went on a live with Scott, Beer Wonder, or Scotland Wonders World, as it's called now. And we did the same. We cracked open into the box and we done about 3 Belgian beers in a row. And after the third, you could feel it. I could feel my head twist. I was like, whoa, you know. Not used to drinking that high ABV one after the other. You know, it's
at 2 you're okay, and you think you can go on.
Yeah.
Never get open that 3rd bottle.
Yeah. As soon as I'd done that 3rd one, I got about halfway through the 3rd one. I could feel it. I could feel it doing its damage. You know, I don't know how Mark does it. The beer hooligan. I don't know how he plows down all them Belgian beers. He's made of iron. I mean, it's not right.
He must have a lead stomach.
Yeah, you must just be getting rid of it. It's madness.
Right, so yeah, he's a part of the 6-pack. Yeah,
Oh, good lad. Well, 2 of them. Well done.
Any Brill beers you 2 can recommend?
Where'd you
I
start?
only started drinking 4 months back. Ooh, right. Well, I wouldn't say an Imperial then.
Work yourself in. What would when you say you only just started drinking? I mean, did you drink for a while and stop, or are you just kind of venturing into craft beer, or have you just never drunk beer before? Or what angle are we coming from with this?
It only started drinking completely, then
Easy drinkers.
Yeah. Something sessionable, but only have 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah. I think a good quality lager some pale ales. There's no way I could say, yeah, start drinking IPAs from the off, because you won't know where to start. You know, it's hard to recommend. My first ever pint was 4 months back. What did you have, Goldrake? What have you been drinking for your first 4 months of drinking? This is great. This is a great question.
Such an interesting question as well.
Did it? I don't think I've had this. So what have you been drinking for 4 months, Goldrake? What do you find you're enjoying at the moment?
I would start with a low Pilsner, something like that. Maybe a sessionable pale.
Well, I mean, you were drinking a Ghost Ship. I mean, that wouldn't be a good place to start.
Ghost Ship, you can't go wrong, can you?
Yeah, it's a good place to.
ESB. Good beers.
London Pride and ESB. Wow, that's kind of an ESB. That's sort of a baptism of fire. There's so much more.
Great traditional beers.
London Pride. Well, ESB, it doesn't get much better than that in terms of a traditional British ale. For me, ESB is an absolute banger. Always has been. Hopefully, always will be. Yeah, if you like your ales, good ales. There's not many about now because the style itself has kind of started to die off, isn't it?
Badger.
Yeah,
and Badger. Hopping Hare is a good place to start. Nice and light with peachy aroma.
If you've been drinking Fuller's, try their Bengal Lancer IPA. If you've been drinking Fuller's, if you can get it, it's not always the most easily obtainable beer, but it's a very traditional British IPA. But it's a good sort of introduction into the more hoppy side of beer. Yeah, it has that traditional malt character that you expect from Fuller's. Maybe try that, and you might then want to go out and try more hoppy beers, slightly more bitter stuff. So yeah, Bengal Lancer is called. That's Fuller's core range IPA. That's a decent beer.
Good place to go.
In fact, Fuller's you think about it, Fuller's are actually quite a good brewery to go with because their lager's fantastic as well, in my opinion. They're Frontier lager in the yellow. You can get that in yellow. I think you get it in cans in Tesco. That's a really good lager. Frontier lager's good, nice and malty, nice and crisp. If you want an IPA, you've got Bengal Lancer there. And if you want a traditional ale.
For the summer, Honeydew.
Oh, that's another lovely beer. Yeah. Great shout. Yeah, great shout. I'll tell you what, Goldrake, just go on the Fuller's website and just order up all the Fuller's stuff. Get it like the Frontier Lager is a winner. Bengal Lancer IPA is a winner. The Honeydew is a lovely, really sessionable golden ale. And London Pride and ESB are classics. So you've got 5 top beers there, and you're crossing all sorts of different styles within one brewery. I think you've already started on the right path, Goldrake, if I'm honest.
Then once you've worked out which style you like best, you can then just expand upon it.
Yeah. Start going for the more New World hops, the more crafty stuff. But yeah, Fuller's will look after you for the time being.
I wouldn't launch straight into a New England double.
Oh, blimey. No. I still get them now that blow my head off. Some of the triples and things that they're coming out with now. Blimey. You know. But yeah, just go through the Fuller's range. Go through the Fuller's one. Just make a note of it. Like I say, the Bengal Lancer, the Frontier Lager, the Honeydew. There's a good range there of different styles from one particularly good brewery.
And you can just find the style that suits you best, Ben.
Yeah. That's the best way. That's the best way. Whatever you like, expand on. Just go in that direction.
Duff Blimp agrees with us. Fuller's great breweries to start with.
And they're generally readily available. Fuller's as well. I think most supermarkets you can get.
Most of their beers I think
even Asda and Sainsbury's, whose beer range isn't particularly good, you can usually get a couple of Fullers in there as well. You know. So I see Chris laugh.
Under £2 a pint as well. So
yeah, exactly that. When you get ESB and London Pride, I think you can get the 18. Is it the 18?
like 180 a pint.
Yeah, it was that 180 a bottle. So it's good value. Good value.
Can't go wrong, really, can you?
No. Now I really fancy going out and spend a load of money at Fuller's. Now I've said that.
That's why you should always have a notepad and a pen when you're on live.
I see. It's just great when you get to talk to other people about beer, isn't it? Because there's breweries that you just go over the radar, you don't even know. And then people are throwing all these great ideas at you. We were doing it yesterday on our live stream. I'd be writing down all these breweries. Yeah. Wow, it's great. So,
that's why today I picked up my pad.
Nice. It's got to be done because I'm useless. It goes in one ear and out the other. I've really got to start remembering these things.
Anyone can read my writing, but
you got like a doctor's handwriting. It's like, yeah, you need this, and they're just a scribble on a piece of paper. Yeah, you're right, just like a bloody GP. Founders, yeah, they're
a couple around, but very rare.
Yeah, we don't get a great deal, do we? I've had their all day IPA. You can get that in Morrison's.
Yeah,
but other than that, it's quite hard to come by. But they've got that new store online that's sell exclusively American breweries. I've got what it's called now. Something hop.
I know the one, but I can't remember it.
Yeah, it's hop something. I can't hop store or something random like that. But they just at the moment they only stock like beers from like 10 different American breweries. But they've become like the exclusive online retailer. So they've got Sierra Nevada and they've got Evil Twin. They've got Two Roads. I think they've got Founders on there actually. Flying Dog are on there. Cigar City are on there. Some really good breweries on there. So I've got to put an order in at some point.
They're all fantastic breweries.
Yeah. Ashley, have you ever had Pliny the Elder? Have you ever managed to get hold of them?
I would love to have it.
It's like the unicorn beer, isn't it? We just can't get it over here. It's meant to be incredible.
One of the best American beers I've had, I showed it earlier. Brian, the beer snob, sent me this. There we go. Rogue Hazelnut Brown Nectar.
Who brews that? Is that a Rogue brewery?
Haven't got my glasses on, so my eyesight is. Rogue Ales from Newport.
So that's actually Rogue Ales.
That is a fantastic beer. If anyone can get a hold of a can of that, do. It's
Rogue Ale.
It's a nice chestnut brown, nutty beer.
Do you have a favourite brewery, Chris? I know that's a question that gets asked a lot.
But Lords has to be up there.
They're up there.
But I find it hard to find a favourite brewery because I like so many different things in so many different styles from so many different breweries.
Yeah.
I mean, Corntalk are fantastic, but you can't always get hold of their stuff.
Yeah.
Unless you live as close to them as I do. Same with the other Somerset breweries, Cotley and Exmoor. But I do think Four Pure are coming up. They've had some misses, but they've had some really good hits as well. But it's got to be Loch Lomond. Yeah,
great brewery. Yeah.
Yeah. And they came out of nowhere, really, didn't they?
Yeah, they did a bit. I hadn't heard of them before last year. And then bang, I had about 6 of their beers last year, all available from Lidl. And I was really impressed with all of them, really. But But yeah, I really want a dark beer. You were telling me about their silky stout that they do. I really fancy a bit of that.
A bit low on the mouthfeel for a stout, but the taste is up there.
Yeah, that's all you need, isn't it? That's all you need. Some stouts are incredible. So I had one from Omnipollo last year, and it was the one that was in Morrison's, but it was in like a limited stores. There was only a few stores that had it.
Yeah, smiley face on it.
Yeah, absolutely blew me away. I've got another bottle on the shelf. I keep thinking I need to save it, but I'm like, what am I supposed to save it for? I just want to drink it, you know. But I was going to drink it Christmas Day, and it never happened. But it's incredible, that stout. Absolutely incredible. But it's pricey though. That's the only problem.
Oh, cellar it. It could develop some good flavour.
Yeah, you never know. Like I say, the flavour that's on it already when it's fresh was incredible. So you can imagine what it might do aging it. I'm tempted. I'm tempted.
Right. I have to have a what does John say? A 10-100?
That's the one.
And I'll be back with some beers as well.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I will pop the next comment up.
Oh. Founder's Breakfast Stout. Yeah, I'm sure I've seen that one before as well. Breakfast Stout. I've definitely had their all day IPA. That one's quite readily available in the Morrison's around here. Goldrake says, yeah, he gets his from Sainsbury's. Good. Yeah. So I think my local Sainsbury's, they sell London Pride, ESB, and I think they sell the 18. Is it the 1847? Can't remember what year's got it on it now, which is like a slightly aged ale, which is really good quality as well. But there's some good Fuller's beers. You can get their stout, their Black Cab Stout. I think I've had that in Asda. London Porter, Golden Pride is their kind of sort of barley wine, stronger one. You can get that one in Waitrose. Honeydew, I think you can get in Sainsbury's as well. But the trickiest one to get hold of is the Bengal Lancer. But your probably best bet is to go on the Fuller's website and just get like a mixed case. So you got a bit of everything. But all their beers are good Fuller's. They really are. Their core range is fantastic. Ashley says she doesn't really like beer, to be honest, but I just know of some because dad likes it. What's your dad's favourite beer? I mean, you say Founder stuff. Is that his favourite brewery? Is that his go-to beer? I really want to get to America and try some of their beers. It's the one country that I'm so jealous. You see all the beer styles and you hear all these great brewery names. That's the one country that I really want to get to and drink some of their beers. Really does sound good. Got no control over the comments. I can't see what everyone's writing. What are we all drinking? What time is it? 10 to 6 over here. What are we all drinking? Is everyone still drinking? I don't even know how many people we got watching. There we go. So what's everyone drinking here? Sunday afternoon. Or is everyone watching the football? That's why it's a bit quiet on here. Oh, here we go.
Right. There we go. So we'll whiz through the comments. Ashley doesn't like beer, to be honest. Founder's Solid Gold.
I'll have to look out for that. I think you get out of it.
Jot that one down. In my doctor's handwriting.
Oh, Will thought he was in luck there. Unfortunately not. But I need a top up to get another beer. That one went down very quickly.
Right, I am going on to my worst beer from the selection now, which is allegedly a West Coast classic. Brewdog's Pale Ale. This is literally a beer to drink, not to enjoy, isn't it? Hey, look at that. Clear as you like. Finger and a half of compact, deceptive white head. That. It looks so promising as a West Coast pale.
Yeah.
And then you drink it.
Is the aroma telling you much?
That's got soapy aroma, hints of dishwater, maybe a touch of urine.
There you go, Brewdog for you.
Literally, I'm drinking it because it's in the fridge.
Got to be done now, isn't it? Cold beer, can't let it go. I'm going on to a tried and trusted brewery. We're going with the Roy, the Cranberry Pale Ale from Lords. We'll have a bit of that.
I enjoyed that.
It's not bad, is it? It's not bad at all. I thought they got the balance right with this one.
A good beer, but my least favourite so far from Lords.
Yeah?
It was slightly too tart for me, but easy drinking as well.
Yeah, I mean, look at the quality of that. That's just a standard pour. Look at the head that it develops. It's just like, yep, I want to look like a good beer. It's just good beers. Just good beers. But, yeah, the only one I haven't really liked from Lords was the Sunset Cocoa. Just didn't do anything for me.
I love that one.
Yeah, that's the weird thing, isn't it? You know?
But
and the logjam was scary, but yeah, that's it. It's all different. It's all different.
Weston's vintage, can't go wrong with that.
That's heavy though, isn't it? Isn't it like 7.4% or something? Isn't it?
I had a case of 8.2%. That was nice. A bit too dry for me though.
Yeah, it can be. There's often like a fine balance in there, fine line between dry and fruity. You don't realise it's happening. You know.
Purple Moose. I've not had Purple Moose.
Purple Moose. How's North Wales? Right,
Never even heard of them.
I don't think I've heard of Purple Moose either. From North Wales.
No, that's going on my pad.
Purple Moose. No, I can't say I've had anything from them.
Moose.
Definitely not.
Oh, I'll be looking out for that. Phil saving his last Roy for next weekend.
Yeah, it's all right. This one, it's quite smooth. I think they got the balance right on this one. It's not overpowering, but like Chris said, it is slightly tart. It is a bit sweet.
It's a bit. That's probably my limit, I reckon, because I'm not a fan of sours. I can drink them, but I don't enjoy them as much as I enjoy something else.
I think you're spot on with that. It feels like it's going to be sour, and then it kind of stops itself from becoming one, doesn't it? It starts off, you get that little bit of a twang, that little tart, and then it stops, it calms down again. You get a bit of bitterness from the hops. It's all right.
It stops at just the right point, I reckon.
There, you think it's going to be sour, and it turns into slightly smooth, bitter.
Any more than that? No.
I reckon some people would absolutely love this one. I reckon it'd be right up a lot of people's street. It's drinkable. Again, it's another decent beer. It's very different. But it's good quality. Good quality stuff.
Consistent brewery.
They are.
Yeah.
Give them credit. Give them credit. They obviously enjoy doing it. So I did a video with them, with the brewers last week, and we had a good old chinwag about the beer. And you can tell they're interested in what they're doing. They enjoy what they're doing, which is good.
I mean, Mike and Ben, fantastic brewers, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're spot on all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because they say I'm spot on with my review. Well, it does help.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, makes you want to drink it a little bit more, doesn't it? But no, it's good beer. It's good beer, and they're good people. So it makes you want to welcome, doesn't it? Makes you want to drink the beer, I suppose. You know.
Phil's down to his last two.
Blimey.
Get my subscription sorted out. I need to do mine, actually.
That's it. What are you drinking now, Phil? You on a beer now? Or is he having a dry Sunday?
He was on, I forget what he was on, actually, earlier. Purple Moose, located in Porthmadog in Wales.
Porthmadog. I'll have to look out for them. Purple Moose. Not a name you can forget that one.
I'm going to track them down.
Purple Moose. I quite like Polly's Brew, formerly Local Polly. They're a good Welsh brewer. They do some really good beers.
I love finding new beers from new breweries.
Yep. Yeah. There's a few breweries I really need to get on with.
Yeah. That's why I started watching all of you guys, really. I was
the same.
Give it a go.
Yeah, I was the same when I first started. When I first started doing it, I just wanted to watch all the other beer reviewers and see what beers they were drinking, and then you start reading up about it a little bit, and I think that's how we all start, by watching other people and see what they're drinking. You just learn as you go along, don't you? But there's so many breweries now that seem to have popped up last few years that are knocking out some fantastic stuff. You don't know where to start, Dry Sunday, you're having it up. That's a decent beer.
I haven't had Amber Adder for so long. Just can't find it this way anymore.
So could you not?
No, not seen it in years.
Blimey, that's not very good, is it? Look for it's one of Lidl's core range. It should be there all the time, shouldn't it? Really, they're Hazelwood beers,
and they're not actually that bad either, are they? The Hazelwoods.
No, they're all pretty decent.
What was the winter beer?
I've got the name of it now.
Yeah, what it's called.
Yeah, was it literally called like the Winter Special Brew or something like that?
That wasn't it. That was really enjoyable.
It was a good beer. It was a decent beer. Again, because my Lidl, they bought that one out, and they bought it out with the Hogsback ale at the same time.
Oh, that was vile.
Oh, I couldn't believe it. I picked up a bottle of each, and the Lidl one completely outshone the Hogsback one. It was actually a little bit embarrassing for Hogsback.
But I have found with Hogsback, their ciders are good and their beers are atrocious.
Yeah, I've not had I think I had their tea. Was it the Hogsback tea, traditional ale? Which it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't much to remember it by. It wasn't much to buy up about, So they've obviously got their niche ciders, obviously their speciality.
Jim says, trying to get my brother over from beating his wife to the real side. Obviously, a Stella reference there.
Poor Stella.
How and what do I order him up? Well, I would say if he's hell-bent on lager, I'd probably go for anything Dutch or South German, as long as it's in a brown bottle.
Yeah. I think depends where you shop or supermarket. But I mean, Warsteiner is a fantastic.
Yeah.
Well,
Krombacher.
Yeah, if you can get that, that's a really good one. What else is good? That's a particularly good lager. If you go to Tesco, you can get the Spanish San Miguel at the moment, which is really good. That's really good. Camden Hells is still a good lager. I try not to say it much because they're affiliated with the wrong football club, but it is a good lager. It is a good lager.
I can enjoy Camden Hells any day.
But yeah, if you go German, you're playing it safe. Warsteiner, I think, is available in most of the supermarkets now.
Can't go wrong with Warsteiner, can you?
Nah, it's superb. It's superb. You can normally get like 3 for a $5. You can get the big bottles, can't you?
Get yourself a nice 660ml, or get 2, pour them in a stein.
Oh yeah, now you're talking. Yeah,
can't go wrong.
Nah, feet up. You're happy as Larry. But yeah, Warsteiner, German lager. That's the best way to get him off a Stella. You want something a bit better.
And they're usually on those deals, aren't they? If you have a 3 for $5 or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's normally in Tesco. That's how it works anyway. You can get 3 big 660ml bottles for a £5. That's a great deal. It's a really good deal. You try and get 3 pints of water for a £5.
Good thing. Although saying that, I know you can't get it all the time. The Fest beer at Lidl's that you get with the Stein.
Yeah.
Fantastic beer.
Yeah, it is. It is a solid beer. It's a solid beer.
Nice, easy drinking Märzen.
Yeah, I was sold. When I went into Lidl's and got mine, he had the glass and then he had the big can shoved in the middle of it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm having that. I'm having that. Job done.
So glad I managed to grab one of those. Actually, dry 99% of the time. Have a mixed drink every once in a while.
Fair play.
Yeah. Mixed drink for me is always either spiced rum, ginger beer, slice of lime, or blended Scotch ginger ale.
Yeah, I'm partial to a Jack and Coke. I like Jack and Coke. But other than that, I generally drink it neat.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm drinking beer.
Yeah, same for me. Single malt, can't go wrong.
Nah, a good single malt is they're getting more readily available, aren't they? But you can get some really good single malts at a good price out there.
And a lot of the distilleries are doing smaller bottles as well, so you can pick them up quite cheaply.
Have you got a particular favourite?
Say again?
So have you got a particular favourite single malt?
You're going to hate me for this one. Laphroaig.
Oh, really? You're a peaty.
I love a peaty malt. Yeah, but my favourite single malt is the Isle of Jura Elixir.
Oh, right.
That is fantastic. It's smoky and sweet.
They've got the perfect blend.
Yeah.
Highland Park 12 is kind of a good rounded single malt. There's a tiny bit of smokiness right on the back end, but it's predominantly floral and sweet. That's about as far as I'll go in terms of peat. But otherwise, I like me sort of lower. I like the more sweet floral whiskies. You know, I like my bourbons as well. I like my sort of the caramel notes and all that. I like my bourbons.
And Highland Park comes in a fantastic box as well.
Yeah, and that's just a 12-year-old. They've kind of gone the whole Viking way, haven't they? Highland Park. So you've got all the Nordic art all over the bottle. engraved in the bottle. It's a really smart bottle, isn't it? Actually, the Highland Park 12.
Really speaks to my Norse heritage.
There you go.
Of course, it does mean I'd have to drink it in
The Horn.
the old horn.
Imagine that, just filling that up with Highland Park 12.
I would enjoy that. Don't think Shane would.
No, probably not. You don't like his whiskies, does he not?
Oh, he hates whiskey.
Oh dear. Oh dear. What's his tipple?
Cider, vodka. That's it.
Mm.
Although, saying that, he will drink a Jaffa bomb. There's Tia Maria bombed into orange juice. Tastes exactly like a Jaffa cake.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Blimey. I don't think I've ever actually drunk Tia Maria. Don't think I've ever had it.
I normally drink it in coffee.
Yeah? I'll chuck a Bailey's in a coffee every now and then, but no, not Tia Maria.
That's nice. So, Phil says, if I want a 4-pack for a decent price, Amber Adder in Lidl is my go-to beer.
Mm.
Yeah, can't really go wrong, can you?
Well, it's £1.09 a bottle, isn't it? So it's a bargain.
Oh, yeah. Camden Town Hell's Lager, still a lager, still in Bev, better than Stella.
Yeah, and it's just
Definitely
got pulled out, but it's still better than Stella. AB and Bev own everyone now.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a brewery that isn't owned by them now.
Yeah, it's slowly taking over the world, aren't they?
I had to wait till Christmas to get the Stein.
Mm.
I went in.
I picked mine up in the summer. I went in there randomly. I picked up when they started selling it Ottinger Pills, the German lager. I went in there and right next to it had the fresh beer. And well, I say summer. It must have been September, October time, because they do the Oktoberfest stuff, don't they? And I picked it up then.
Yeah.
No, I'm having that.
I went in mid-September, and our small Lidl round the corner didn't have it in, but they had it for Christmas.
Nice. At least you got it at some point.
Yeah. I did have a plastic Stein for years, which I picked up at Wacken Festival, but I lost that a few years ago, actually. That's all many years of service at metal festivals.
Nice.
Drink Jameson with Jack Daniels. Ooh. Well, I don't know about that.
Jameson's with Jack Daniels. That's a hell of a mix, isn't it?
Mm.
Irish whiskey with a Tennessee whiskey.
I'd have one, then the other, but not both together.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever mixed a whiskey with another whiskey. It's sort of sacrilege.
Peach schnapps, cranberry or sweet cider with apple brandy, or Southern Comfort peach schnapps, amaretto, pineapple juice, and orange juice.
There we go. Ashley likes a cocktail. You heard it here first.
I might do some cocktail reviews one day.
There you go. I like a cocktail. I just can't be bothered to make them.
I don't mind a cocktail every so often.
Yeah.
Summer, sun shining, set outside.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong, can you?
Nah, definitely. They're tasty as hell. When you get battered on them, you not even realise it's happening, which is what I quite like about cocktails.
Yeah, drink 10 espresso martinis, you think you're just drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Until you go to stand up and you can't.
Yeah, you think, what happened there? What happened?
Coors Light is awful now.
Yes, it is.
I'd say Coors Light was always awful, but
I used to love it. I used to love Coors Light. It really did. We used to buy crates of it when it was 5%. It had a really good, clean flavour, really smooth, and you could get battered on it. And I used to enjoy it. And then they took the ABV down to 4%, and now it just tastes like manufactured washing up liquid. It's not good at all now. They've ruined it.
see, when I was young, I only ever drank traditional ale.
So you were right.
Things like that.
Yeah.
I've always been an old person in a young person's body.
So I never really got onto the ales, the traditional English ales, until I sort of really started my sort of beer journey from lagers. Then I kind of went into everything, and then started drinking Fuller's beers and things. And I thought, yeah, this is all right. This is all right.
I suppose, got to remember, I'm a 80-year-old vicar in a 30-year-old metalhead body.
That's it. That's it. Oh, there we go. Bottle of ESB.
Yeah, back on it.
That's what you want.
I will do a joint video, London Pride with ESB.
Sounds good. Sounds good. It's been a while
for years.
On my birthday, I like to go to the Parcel Yard, which is the Fuller's pub at King's Cross Station, and I like to go there and have a few pints of ESB. I think I didn't get to do it last year because obviously the situation we were in.
Yeah.
So I'm overdue. I'm overdue a few pints of ESB.
It's got to come, isn't it?
No, but just you miss it, little things like that. It's such a good beer.
Yeah.
Such a good beer.
Phil picked up a Stein in a charity shop.
A picture of Einstein. I just noticed that it's the Goldrake, so Jake Lawrence is his mate. So we've got Jake and Goldrake together.
Yeah.
Could be trouble now. Could be trouble.
Fruit punch on steroids.
Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good. I'll tell you what, actually, we'll all come over yours and you can sort us out with that cocktail and see who's the last person standing. It's a competition.
Probably won't be me. Okay, I won't be putting any bourbon with any Irish whiskey then.
Guinness with a shot of Jameson. That's an interesting idea.
That's quite traditional though, isn't it?
Very Irish. Couldn't get much more of an Irish cocktail than that, could you? Jameson and then Guinness. Blimey. I might try it. I've had Jameson and apple juice. Jameson and apple juice is nice together. Particularly nice. But I might try that. Jameson and Guinness. I like the idea of that, Jimmy.
Yeah. I think that'll be my next tester.
Yeah.
I've done the older Guinness and Baileys.
What's that
it's
like?
Fine if you can drink it before it curdles.
I was going to say, could you even drink it? Is it not too thick?
Yeah.
It's a meal, isn't it?
Oh, you can chew it, that's for sure.
Yeah, it definitely seems like more of a meal. Hey?
Tastes all right.
Yeah, I can imagine. I like Baileys. I don't mind.
If you can keep it in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's half the job, isn't it? Trying to keep it in.
It's one of those drinks that curdles in your stomach.
Yeah, there's too much going on there, isn't there, really? Guinness and Baileys. It's a lot for the body to take on in one go, I think.
I did design my own cocktail. which was 30 ml gin and 20 ml vodka, whole orange juice of half a lemon, half a lime, top it off with tonic, St. Clement's Martini.
Sounds lovely, actually.
It's really refreshing, but it gets you pissed from the feet up. You don't realise you're drunk till you go to stand up.
I find spirits do that though, don't they? I find spirits
Yeah.
it works the other way. Spirits you get drunk from the feet up, whereas beer you get drunk from the head down. That's how it seems to work for me. My head goes first. I realised doing the live streams that I slowly lose the ability to read, and then lose the ability to speak, and then gradually my body goes. Whereas we drink spirits is the other way around. Your head go first.
Yeah.
You can talk fine. It's when you stand up, you're like, oh hello, I've had a bit too much here.
Punk, West Coast UK IPA. It's not a West Coast American IPA, that's for sure.
Definitely not.
Oh, 2 of those and she's tipsy.
Not surprised. It sounds pretty good. Sounds like a good cocktail.
I'd enjoy one.
Yeah.
Lee's in. Hello, Lee. How you doing?
Anna, mate. We got our
metal salute.
Yeah, man. Too much metal for one hand. Too much metal for one hand. He sent the link on my Instagram. I've got to charge my phone. My phone's just died. I've got to charge it up. I'll go out and look at that in a minute. Hang on, let me get my charger. I'll be back.
Still saying hi to Lee. And Lee's throwing the horns. Right, I am going to go on to. I've got 3 beers left. I'm going to go worst first. So, Hazy Jane, back on that one. Just bloody atrocious. But it's in the fridge, so I've got to drink it. Weird thing is, it actually smells nice. And it looks like it should be a good beer. Right. Got an acceptable aroma. Looks all right. Bloody atrocious, though. Well, thanks for dropping by, Goldrake. Again, do check out more Fuller's beers. Ease yourself in slowly, because if you dive straight into full-on Neepers, you're not going to enjoy them.
Yeah. Explore Fuller's.
You're starting at the right track.
Boom. Yeah.
Grab a honeydew.
Yeah, Fuller's will look after you. Fuller's will look after you for a little while. Good brewery.
It's nice to see you, Lee. It's always good to have a fellow metalhead in.
I was up drinking with Lee till about 2 o'clock last night, I think. Was that the time we eventually went off last night, Lee? No worries,
Drake.
But yeah, Fuller's. When we got talking about it, I suddenly realised how actually diverse Fuller's are a brewery.
Mm.
Although they're kind of viewed as a very traditional brewery, they've got lots of different styles in their repertoire, haven't they? You know, it's good brewery. Was it half one? Half one we eventually came on. Yeah.
I was fast asleep by then.
I did my stream. I came off about time did I come off? About 7:30, something like that. 7, 7:30. I was done. Had some dinner and just sat there watching telly for a little while. And all of a sudden, I was ready to go again. And Alan said, "Right, do you want to come on the live?" So I thought, "Yeah, go on in." And so I got drinking with Alan and Fiona and Lee and Lisa over at Spice and Easy. And yeah, I went till 1:30 last night, so that was quite good.
I was having a Zoom quiz with my sisters and me brother.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That went on till about 10ish. And then one sister left and we started playing a board game on Zoom. So that went on till midnight. Ran out of beer by that point.
Oh dear. That's not the one. That's not the one. When the beer runs out, then you're in trouble.
So that's when I left.
At least
You're
like
not supposed to tell us, Lisa.
You fell asleep on the sofa snoring. Love it. Love it. What have you got in store for us this evening, Lee? Lee's going live at 7. Doing a live gig. So you're doing a show.
I think I'll finish up just before Lee starts. So everyone head on over to Lee's channel. I know I'm going to.
Yeah, I definitely have a bit of Lee Armitage. Definitely. I love the fact he fell asleep on the sofa afterwards. That's great.
Can't believe it. I've been going for 2 hours already.
Epic. It's a session. It's a Sunday session. A cheeky Sunday session, I call it.
Can't go wrong, can he?
A couple of beers before the new week. Let's have a look, see what Lee was sending me.
No, just hang out. Yep, get that.
Yeah, he sent me the picture. I'll get that to focus of the Einstein Stein.
That is fantastic, isn't it?
Love it. Love it. Vintage Einstein Meinstein glass. Meinstein. Love it. That is good.
Is everyone still drinking? What are you drinking?
So I'm still sipping on this Roy Cranberry Pale Ale. It's tart. What's happened to the light on the camera?
I'm still trying to get through this Brewdog Pale.
What's your opinion on the hazy Jane then?
It's fair. It exists.
It exists. That's a bit bad.
Hey, you can drink it, but then you could drink urine if you wanted to. Wouldn't advise it.
Drink a glass of water. Yeah, that's what I'm like with sort of the light beers, the Coors Light, Bud Lights, and Pabst Blue Ribbons and things like that. You can drink it, but you might as well drink a glass of water for the amount of flavour in it. It's a bit of a waste.
Have you ever tried Shy Retirer from Badco?
I don't think so.
That is thin, watery, you're better off not drinking it.
Yeah, they're a bit hit and miss, aren't they, Badco? So you can get a lot of their beers in Asda, can't you? Which is always a bit worrying.
The off-tempo ones are okay,
Yeah,
but the other ones, very hit and miss.
yeah. They have like a core range, don't they? They do little cans and then they go a bit more crafty and they do the bigger cans, which are normally the off-tempo ones, don't they?
Mm. Way too early for
What's the time over there, Ashley? Whereabouts in the States are you, Ashley? I always forget.
Northeast, isn't she? So about 5 hours behind. So 1:30.
That makes sense, wouldn't it? 5, 6 hours behind us.
12:30, 1:30, maybe.
Not charging.
Right. Well, got 2 beers left. Do I have a Punk or a Dead Pony Club? They're both awful.
Tough choice. You've got to choose between two pretty bang average beers, haven't you?
They're drinkable. They're forgettable.
Exactly that. Exactly that.
I'll crack the Dead Pony Club first. Because at least that has some flavour.
It's got the Dead Pony. King
Not
Paul's
a
back.
lot.
King Paul's back. And hello again, King Paul.
Welcome back. Oh,
He's back. Is he drinking? Is he drinking?
what have you got in your glass?
Oh. I've had 2 really fruity beers since I've been on with you. So the Beheaded, that was like a barley wine. There was loads going on with that. That was a very, very strong, really boozy one. That one.
Adding that to my list right now.
Tell you what, Celtic Brewery, got the little logo there at the top there. Celtic Brewery, Red Roof in Cornwall. Their Reaper is a really good beer. Really good. I think I preferred that to this one. But yeah, decent brewery. The Celtic.
Just down the road from me as well.
Exactly. It's got to be all over that. Red Roof in Cornwall. Yeah, nice beers. Nice beers. And then I've been on the Roy. Been on the Roy from Lloyd's. And that is a really tart beer. Really fruity.
It's nice, easy drinking, almost sour.
Almost sour. Just stop shy of being a sour.
Yeah.
It's up there. It's up there. It is up there.
Chuck a bit of salt water in there. It could almost be a goes.
Yeah. Oh, blimey, yeah. It could do easily. It could do. Phone's going off.
So I've never actually reviewed a goes.
I'm not sure. I've reviewed one. I might have reviewed one.
No.
I can't be sure. Can't be sure. Yeah, Liverpool Man United for his 0-0 standard.
Not sure whether that's a good thing or not.
Neither. Neither. People were asking me about it yesterday. What are your thoughts about Liverpool, Manchester United? And I despise both clubs, and I despise Sky Sports for picking them up all the time, like the most biased sports network you could ever come across. And as I said, it's generally a bad game, and that seems to have been the situation again this time. 0-0. Brilliant.
My hometown, Exeter, I think they're doing okay.
Exeter City.
Hmm.
Always drive past the grounds right next to the motorway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Their football ground. Yeah, always drive past it when I'm on my way down there.
They're much better in rugby than they are in football, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Chiefs are a half decent side, aren't they? Lee, you definitely got to get some of John's beers down you, mate. Definitely. Once you've done it,
fantastic beers.
Yeah. Once you've done it, you'll be thinking, why didn't I do it sooner? They really are a good brewery.
And even if you only do it once, try Logjam. What's full drinking?
On the Roy from Lord's.
On the Roy.
Cranberry Pale Ale. 5.8%.
It's on Malamute.
I like that one. The session IPA.
I love it. It's very sessionable, very drinkable.
What is it? 4.5? Is it the Malamute? 4.5%.
About there.
Yeah, no, it's a decent IPA. That one. Do like a session IPA. It's good. Sort this camera.
Little Dave says, hello there.
Hello. Other way. Have a fiddle.
I'm not in it, am I?
No.
Lords do some great beers. They bloody do.
They really do. Really do some cracking beers. Really good. I was just sort of saying earlier, weren't we, about the breweries that we're going to be keeping an eye on this year. And I think both of us said Lords. You know, it's like, what are they going to come out with next? You know, the subscription package that they're putting out as well. I think that's going to be well worth signing up to, because they're going to be putting beers in there that won't actually be available. So that's actually going to be a really cool thing. So essentially, if you're signing up, you'll kind of be like Lord's official beer tasters, which we're turning us into guinea pigs.
That can't be a bad thing, can it?
No, well, we got to pay for it to be their guinea pigs, but I quite like the idea.
Lee's pissing himself.
Bill says we can't see you, but we can hear you.
I'm now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on my list at the moment.
He's got 9 beers to try now. Abby's behind me doing some work, bless her.
Hi, Abby.
Hello.
She's waving.
I've got a hand that comes out.
There's a head. The hand that comes out me.
Disembodied hand.
There she is. There she is. What's she wearing? What's she wearing?
Can you see it? Do I need to come in?
They've taken over everyone's lives, haven't they, really? It's a little bit worrying. It's got the Lord's Brewing hoodie on. Yeah, Chris is ready. Look.
Just advertising, you know?
Yeah. It's just dry at the moment.
That's it. They've taken over the beer world.
I love it. I didn't stop until I got one. I wanted one.
They've slowly stuck in there and taken over the industry.
Best brewery in the UK.
Well, they're definitely a hell of a lot better than a lot of the stuff that we've got in the shops at the moment. So deserve a bit more recognition, I think.
Random hand stream.
Random hand stream, awesome. Everyone loves a good waving hand in the background. That's what we want. That's what we want. Right, I need to top up. One more for the road.
Let's get stuck in.
Let's get stuck in.
I can still see you, Abby.
Paul's moved the camera. I wasn't in it earlier. I mean, I feel like I should tidy up a little bit. There you go. Looks a bit tidier. That looks awful.
Going dark.
You what?
Going dark. Going dark. Going for a stout.
Oh,
We do.
no, you need to go.
I do.
You think I'm a chocolate?
Going for a stout. Going for Siren. Going for the Broken Dream.
Ooh.
I had their nitro version of this last week, and I wasn't all that impressed. I prefer the original.
Adding that to my list.
Siren are another solid brewery. Always putting out good beer. Always putting out good beer.
I've never had a beer from Siren yet.
Oh, we've got to get on that. Definitely got to get on that. Really good beers. Really good beers. What are you saying? John seems like John is a really nice guy. He's a ridiculously nice guy.
Literally the nicest guy I've ever met.
He's one of the good ones. One of the good ones. Wasn't me. Wasn't me. I'm not claiming it. Might be me elbow.
Tyrion.
Huh?
It's Tyrion.
Oh yeah. You were too slow, Phil. You were too slow. I was asking everyone, right, what beer should I have next? And I said the first person to get an answer in wins. Someone said New England IPA. I didn't have any New England IPAs in the house. And then someone said a Pilsner. Grabbed the Pilsner. I think Phil was in next with a stout. It didn't quite happen. So, but we're here now. So this one's for you, Phil. Going for the stout. Ooh, it smells lovely. Very nice.
Bit of chocolate in there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm getting tobacco smoke. Don't drink smoke on a fag if you haven't. Yeah, there's dark chocolate. There's like rich black coffee as opposed to like a milky coffee. And there's a bit of smoke in there. It's yeah, this would be a bit of Eucharist, mate. Definitely. Always that bit of smokiness. Kind of that you get like a peaty. Yeah, Lafroig, you know.
On my list.
Oh yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's just bonfire. Bonfire, dark chocolate, and black coffee. You'd love a bit of that. Really good stuff.
Yeah.
You can get that in Morrison's. That one's in Morrison's normally. Or Siren's website. Go Siren, buy a load of them.
Well, online tomorrow.
There you go. Yeah, Siren are a really good brewery. Really good brewery. They've done some of the best. They did a New England IPA a couple of years ago now. And it's the best New England IPA I've ever had. And they stopped making it for some stupid reason. It was had it on tap at the Great British Beer Festival. Not last year, obviously the year before, and it was the best beer I had at the festival. And then they stopped selling it, stopped brewing it. I have no idea why. It was if I go on the website, they might even tell you the name of it. But the best New England IPA I've ever had was by Siren. Really good brewer.
I will be grabbing some Siren beers at some point.
Yeah, do it, man. Do it. Do it. I think Siren, Arbor. I think those two beers consistently just knock out really, really good beers. Never let you down.
Ashley's blaming the farting on the cat.
I'll blame the cat. And Ashley's saying it was her. Ashley, did you fart or did the cat fart?
I blame Tyrion.
You see, well, we haven't got a dog in the house, otherwise I'd be able to blame that. Some of my farts in our house, I'll just blame Abby.
Phil needs some more Bandicoot. Fantastic porter.
Lovely beer. Lovely beer.
Smooth, velvety, easy drinker.
Have you reviewed that one, Chris?
I have done.
Yeah. There you go. I'm sure I watched it somewhere.
Loved it. Absolutely love that beer.
It is an absolute belter. Thomas is
Thomas
here.
again.
Hey,
Hello.
Thomas. Hey, buddy. We're
Hope you're
drinking.
well.
Thomas. Thomas is bound to have a beer on the go, isn't
So long as he's not on call.
he? Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Oh, I'm enjoying punk.
It's enjoying his punk. It's delicious.
Mmm.
Delicious.
It's like
That is
beer.
working. It's the best bit I ever had.
My wife says it's amazing. Both of us. Thomas is working.
Oh, it's working. Damn it. Damn it, man. Damn it. And Ashley farted.
She did.
She's admitted it. She guffed. She did a Donald Trump in her own house.
Tyrion, you're off the hook.
Tyrion didn't do it. It was Ashley the whole time.
My wife said so.
It's weird how the body can change a beer. Really weird. Like I say, I had the nitro version of this last weekend, and this is so much better. Just the original version is so much better than the nitro version. So much more going on with it.
That's the thing with nitro. It can take away so much character as well, can't it?
It can. It can. It just the some with certain malts, having the nitro can enhance it, and others it can take away. And obviously, that was what's happened with this. I bought both because I was interested to see what it did. Because I've always enjoyed Broken Dream, and I bought the nitro version just to see how much different it was. And I drank it, and it was just like it was really bland in comparison to the original. So there's a tip for you. You get Broken Dream, try and avoid the nitro version. Just get the original, much better stout.
Yeah. All that it really does is give you that creamy head, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Adds the body, but it loses the flavour.
Phil McGinn is farting contagious. He swears he's caught it.
Yeah, Phil McGinn has gone back to Phil Smith. Shocking. Changed his name back.
Gutted.
He's not Philip Smith, though. He's just Phil Smith now.
Phil Smith. He's really changed, hasn't he? Proper casual now. Proper casual. Oh, Phil. Oh, Phil. Not Philip anymore.
Oh, how you doing? Oh, dude, mate, you're right.
Ashley's still laughing at her own fart. Outrageous behaviour, Ashley. You're barred. You're barred.
Pissing herself.
You're barred. Coming in here, farting.
Go on, get out of my pub.
Paul loves himself. He's got himself on the computer and on the big screen.
We're on the telly as well.
I've got to watch you both twice. I've got a big version of you and a little version of you. Honestly.
Does look good in big screen though.
Worst thing is, you've got a big version of me too.
Yeah. It's all good watching other people, and then you turn around and you see my massive head on telly, and it's unsettling, isn't it?
Which is weird. Because this one's delayed.
Yeah. So we'll go back in a minute. This is where we're at now.
Strange.
It's catching up. The TV stream is catching up with our live stream.
Oh, Phil's changed it. Perks of being able to sit on the TV. Filmer Gin has gone back to Filmer Gin.
Filmer Gin.
Hey!
Woohoo!
Filmer Gin. Love it.
Where is Phil? Can we send him some of that the Bramble one that you can't get hold of?
Might have to if we can't get hold of it.
Where is he?
Yeah, where Phil? Phil, where were you again, mate?
It's only in Andover, isn't he?
That's the one. Andover. Yeah. He did tell me. He did tell me. To get some Bramble Gin down his way. You can't get hold of it. Rather than the Bramble Sapphire rather than the Bombay Sapphire.
Bombay
We've
Bramble.
got that.
So it is Bombay Bramble.
Bombay Bramble. That hasn't got the word sapphire in it.
All right. Bombay Bramble.
It used to make me laugh when we were driving towards London. You'd see the signs, Andover, London. I haven't got it.
Hand it over. Hand it over. Christ's sake. They are.
Blimey, that's almost as bad as yours, Paul.
Nearly as bad. Can't be a good one-liner.
Yeah.
Can't be a good one-liner.
You, Abby.
Hey, what was that?
Change his name just for you, Abby.
That's some special treatment, isn't it? That's the special treatment.
What can I say?
Changed his name back just for Abby. Never even met you, but he's changed the name back.
Oh, he's met me on the line.
Oh, EW's in as well. Evening all.
Hello, Lee. How you doing?
What's he drinking? Is Lee drinking? Lee's a home brewer, isn't he? Brews his own stuff.
On the log jam.
Log jam.
Beer of the year.
Those bits of carpet have come out from under the That chair's not heavy enough.
What's he drinking? What's Lee drinking? I need to know.
Come on, Lee. Tell us.
Need to know. Oh dear. How many people have we got? Who's in? We've got 500 people watching, so we want 20,000 likes.
Smash that like button.
Smash the like button. Hit it as hard as you can without breaking your device of choice. Big thumbs up, whatever.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Love it. It's the voice. Like, comment, and subscribe. So gentle. So gentle. Oh, here we go.
Wild child, uncontrollable occurrence.
That sounds like Ashley's problem. Does it smell like washing up liquid? Oh, for God's sake. That's this one I'm never going to let.
Petrol.
It's that bloody orange coconut, well, not coconut, that bloody chocolate orange porter. John's fault, and his boys were brewing a subpar porter.
I really enjoyed it.
You loved it. But that's the thing. They knocked out Bandon Car, which I adore. I mean, it's a lovely porter. And
Fantastic.
then they do Sunset Cocoa. There's no competition. The Bandon Car beats it all the time. You know. Doesn't smell like washing up liquid, the Bandon Car. So it's a winner.
I gave a can to my friend at work who's a big beer drinker. She loves good quality craft beer. She didn't get the tobacco smoke I got, but she enjoyed it.
Mm.
She thought it was interesting and odd.
It's definitely odd. Definitely odd. Definitely odd. It was just too thin for me. It just didn't carry through.
It was very thin for a porter, I have to say.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it just didn't have the body that it needed, and that orange was definitely washing up liquid like for me. It didn't work with me. It didn't leave
It was heavy, wasn't it?
it didn't leave a nice aftertaste with me. But they say lots of people have loved it, like yourself. Some people, I think it was I can't remember his name now. A guy who comes onto a lot of the live streams. He said it was one of his beers of the year. He absolutely adored it. So doesn't matter what other people think, as long as you like it.
Yeah.
You know, that's the main
Right.
thing.
That's the thing with beer, isn't it?
Yeah. Everyone's taste is different. Neither one of us are right or wrong. So
Enjoy what you like. Stuff the rest.
Yeah. You like what you like, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Yeah.
Then you can't go wrong.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I'll tell you what, Chris, you would love this. This is so smoky. It really is a smoky start. I forgot how smoky it is. Really is good.
Got my pad ready. What is it again?
It's that Siren Broken Dream.
I'm going to put a little star next to that one.
Yeah, you would. I reckon you'd really like that one. Definitely one of the more smoky stouts I've had. Described as a breakfast stout, but you would want that with your breakfast.
Thank you, Ashley.
Yeah, like, comment, and share.
Hold on. Wait for it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down there. As always, I've been the Beer Dog.
There you go. There's the catchphrase. You got to get it in. When we get some merchandise for your channel, the Chris the Beard Dog, we'll have it on the back.
With a Vickers collar.
Yeah, with a Vickers collar. There'll be a little white block on the front of the collar. That'll be perfect. That'll be perfect. That's it. Don't forget to
Black metal makeup. Don't forget to like.
Perfect.
What a beer.
Chris loves that stuff. He loves the log jam. Loves the log jam.
Absolutely fantastic.
It's just the weirdest beer. Just the weirdest beer.
I love it. I can't say why I love it.
It's just odd. It's just got shoe polish from it. That's all I got. Shoe polish and lots of fruit.
It's sweet, it's sour, it's heavy and light, it's mad. I love it.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. Not my cup of tea, but I'll say Chris really enjoys it. Lee W's a big fan. So there you go.
Yeah.
Exactly, Paul.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you all like the same thing,
It's all subjective.
yeah, no one would have an opinion if you all like the same thing.
Right. 10-100.
10-100.
Ford's in charge. Oi, oi.
I'm holding the fort. For you, mate. Ooh, holding the fort on the stout. Lee says he's got about 6 bottles left of it. Far future than when he first tried it. Blimey, it says developing that quick. So it's not been out that long, has it, really? When did he first make it available? About 3 months ago? 3-4 months at a push? And it's developing in the bottle. Whew. Blimey. I do think Saison is a bit of an odd style, isn't it? You don't know. You never really know what you're going to get with a Saison. I had a really nice one from St. Austell during last year. A few months ago, I had a really nice one from St. Austell. They made a good Saison. But the Lord's one was wild. It was all over the place. Mad beer. Crazy beer. But yeah, King Paul's nailed it. If everyone likes the same, there'd be one beer and no choice, and that's it. That's the beautiful thing about beer. No one's right and no one's wrong. It's all your own opinions, your own tastes. We're all different. which is good. So no one can ever tell you that you're wrong if you like a beer and perhaps don't like another one. No one's right, no one's wrong. Ah, dear. Did anybody watch the football this afternoon? Anybody watch the Liverpool Man United game? People who would have watched my live stream yesterday, I said it would be a draw. Didn't know it was going to be a goalless draw, but it was a draw. So once again, Sky Sports look very silly. And I find that very funny, personally. Turns out Chris is coming back. So we just tripped over something. My chat's gone quiet. Everyone stop talking.
Still got 9 people in.
Still got 9 people in. Good job. Still got 9 people in. Everyone's gone a bit quiet. Oh, God, yeah, I forgot about that. They're playing each other in a cup, aren't they?
Something football?
Something football? Yeah. Yeah. We're just saying that Liverpool, Manchester United. Yay, go sports. Yeah, no, we're just saying that Liverpool, Man United is like the most overhyped game in the football calendar. And it's normally it's a really crap game of football. But they're not learning. They're not learning from that. So they overhype all these things and it usually ends up in a rubbish game, you know.
But, my 2 teams that I could support, Exeter City and Tottenham Town, will never get anywhere.
That's not the end of the world. That's not the end of the world. As long as they got a good owner who keeps them in business, that's all that matters. Everybody wants to be in the Premier League, but only one team can win it, and they're normally the richest club going. So, money talks.
He's wandering around down there somewhere.
Tyrion, get up here, son.
Off. He's trying to get on the sofa at the moment.
Oh.
Tea. Bear with me 2 seconds.
You're trying to get yourself comfy. So Tyrion has invaded the sofa. So let's listen as Chris sorts this out.
Right.
There we go. We have a dog. We have a dog. Tyrion!
It's not covered in mud anymore, anyway.
He cleaned himself off. Tyrion! Look at that face on it. Oh,
Hatred.
I'm assuming he's a boy.
He is.
He is. It's beautiful. Beautiful little thing. But the little dogs have always got attitude, haven't they?
Well, they're one of the oldest breeds of dog in the world. And they're bred for sitting on the rocky mountainsides. And whenever a snow leopard or a poacher approaches, they bark. The Tibetan Terriers rise up out of the herd, move the herd away. The Tibetan Mastiffs rise up and eat anyone that comes near.
Who'd win in a fight, a snow leopard or a Tibetan Mastiff?
Tibet Mastiff.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Oof. That'd be a good. Well, not that I'd want to see it, but you know, a Tibetan Mastiff versus a snow leopard. Snow leopards, man, they got some claws on them.
Go, down you go.
But them snow leopards, to say, you get all the goats and that, don't you? That kind of sit on the edge of the cliffs and edge of the rocks and that. So that's what they're bred for. The little Tibetan. Mad.
These are bred for sitting high up on the mountainside.
So what did they?
Keen eyesight.
What did they breed from? Where did they come from? A Tibetan Mastiff, I could get it, but the little one, what is he? Tibetan Terrier? Is that what he's meant to be?
Tibetan Spaniel.
Spaniel. Tibetan Spaniel.
They're bred from the old Mongolian midden dog.
Right.
Just you're going back about 2,500 years now.
I was going to say. So have they gradually got smaller?
Well, they've been that size for 2,000 years.
Blimey.
And they've only been bred breed to breed for that time. So it's the only breed that's been around for that long.
Wow. Blimey. So everything else has been like bred to absolute monstrosity. Shame, innit? Breeds of dogs that are slowly kind of changing because they're just being overbred.
Yeah.
It's not good.
That's why Tibetan Spaniels are so healthy. Yeah, they're pure, they're natural.
Yeah. So I've always had Springers. I've always had Springer Spaniels. But you see so many different types of looking Springer Spaniels. It's weird. You know, you get them, they have the short ears. They're proper like hunting dogs, and then you get the Springer Spaniels with the long ears and the proper droopy faces that look like they've been bred purely for shows. And it's just like, that's too much breeding gone on there, you know.
Interesting enough, because obviously I come from a show background, those Springers with the really long, droopy, they would never win a class at a show.
No?
Because they're not fit for function.
Oh, there you go then. So if they're not fit for what they're actually bred to do, because obviously a Springer's a gun dog.
Yeah.
So if it looks pretty, it's not going to do much hunting, is it? So, well, there you go then.
As a judge of, I judge Tibetan Spaniels, Cardinal Corgis, Bulldogs, and Chinese Crested.
Right.
And if they're not suitable to do the job that they're bred for, you can't place them.
Right. So you can't give it any points for that, can you? It's not fit to do purpose. If it's not fit for purpose. I see.
The Kennel Club brought out their big thing last year, which was fit for function, fit for life.
Right. Yep.
All these lumbering bulldogs that you see that can't do the job they're bred for.
Yeah. They're not going to be winning competitions. What's actually saying? I thought Ashley's got 2 games of football to watch this afternoon. What we got? Buccaneers. We've got Tampa Bay taking on the Saints, and we've got Cleveland Browns against the Chiefs. So you got your afternoon sorted anyway, Ashley.
That means nothing to me.
That's American football, or handball as we call it over here.
Rugby.
That's all it is, isn't it? American football's just rugby with pads.
Yeah.
Big girls over there in America. I know.
Scared rugby.
Yeah. Right, I've got after the toilet. Are you clocking off now, or are you carrying on? Go for a quick wee.
I'll carry on for a bit.
All right.
Get down, chap. I think you could probably introduce a bit of positive reinforcement, Lee, and then she won't be so bad. Oh, thank you, Ashley. My mum bred Tibetan Spaniels for 20 years, and he comes from a line that was bred with her lines. Yeah, I just don't do sport. Not for me. I suppose my sport is dog showing. Yeah, I just don't do sport at all. Oh, excuse me. I'm enjoying a cider now.
Is it a cider?
Wait, I've gone proper Somerset now.
Talk like where's the gummage?
Not even the best cider in the world either.
He's on the Thatcher's. Thatcher's Gold.
Just gold. Hey, it's all right.
That's what my
You can
favourite
drink
cider
it.
is.
Don't mind it.
Elise says our lass is one of the nastiest dogs in the world. What dog's Lee got?
Yeah. What breed have you had? Have you had?
Have you have?
Have you had?
What breed have you have? Oh. Tibetan Spaniel, American football, not my thing. Yeah, I like a bit of it. I admire the blend of physicality and sort of technicality to American football, but it's long-winded. It's long-winded. It's a sport that's been made for commercials. That's how the Americans like it.
I was captain of my school's rugby team and captain of my school's cricket team.
Oh, nice. I was captain of the football team. Wasn't captain of the rugby team. Probably should have been, because everyone just tried to get out of my way when I had the ball. Really, people didn't want to tackle me, so that was good fun.
I hated football because every time I got on the field, people just moved out of my way.
You had no fun then. You were just left on your own with the ball.
Yeah. Oh, I was short and round.
Ah,
and fast.
that's the thing. It's the thing with round people. Dangerous over short distances, aren't we?
Well, Gimli says it best in Lord of Rings.
Exactly.
Very dangerous over short distances.
Yeah, not built for long distances, but dangerous over short distances. Yeah, I'm not much good at either. Really, I was big and tall, so I just didn't really like running much. So that's why I used to play centre back. When I played football, I could just read the game, wait for it to kick off, and then I got involved. It's the missus. Oh dear. Oh dear. Lee could be in trouble if she sees that one. Oh, lovely, lovely beer.
Oh, my mum worked with Southwest German Shepherd Rescue for many years. So we were brought up with German Shepherds and Tibetan Spaniels.
A bit of a difference, isn't it? Got a big old German Shepherd, and you got a little Tibetan Spaniels running about.
We ended up with an Irish Setter, a toy poodle, a Chinese crested, German Shepherd, and 10 Tibetan Spaniels.
Wow. Bloody hell. Blimey.
And
I've
a
had-
bulldog.
I'd love a bulldog. I love bulldogs. Always fancied having a bulldog. They're hard work though, aren't they, bulldogs?
If they're well bred, they're low maintenance.
Yeah?
I used to play football with the German Shepherd.
No, that sounds like a laugh. I've always
Funny
had
to-
bulldogs. You got to clean a lot though, haven't you? They get like the little rolls of skin and that. You got to really
Yeah.
get it clean.
Gotta clean out there and all the folds.
Poor little gits. You got to look after them. Doesn't seem fair, does it? With a dog that wide but that short. You know. Got to go watching TV with his lass. I've got to go as well. Really, I've had a few now. I've got to go out. So,
Right, well, I think we're going to bring it to an end now.
sounds good. Right. Thanks for having me on, Chris. Thanks to everyone for getting involved and helping out with the Beard Dogs live. This has been good fun. So until I see you all again, guys, take care. I'll speak to you soon. See you later, Chris.
Everyone subscribe to Paul's Beer Reviews. Fantastic channel. Fantastic reviewer.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And the same for Chris. Subscribe to the Beard Dog Reviews. Really good beer reviewer. One of the good ones. So yeah, take care, guys. I'll speak to you soon. And I'll leave you to send off Chris. Take care, mate.
Okay, have a fantastic evening. I'm going to go and turn on. What's the call? You just got Paul's Beer Reviews and thank you to everyone who's now come up with this week. Thank you to everyone. And there we go. Can't believe it's been 2 hours already. You fantastic weekend, everyone. Thank you. Very, very good. This is love and that's it for the camera. See you the next time. Happy Christmas.